Banger.
Warning, potential bangers. Calling all bangers. Oh,
there we go.
What up, you motherfuckers?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
We're back. Beers and bets. We're here for the week 14 recap.
Oh,
the noon games were a little bit boring. A lot of blowouts.
One sec, Matt, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I want to say rest in peace to Demaryuis Thomas. He was a dope player, man, and that was way too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I actually have a little tribute to him in our trivia a little later too.
33 though was just way too soon. I want to make sure I get that out there. Yeah. I wish I had a shirt to wear. I don't, so I'm wearing a Clinton Portis jersey because, well, there's zero relevance to it. But
it's Broncos. It's Broncos.
Right, there we go, man.
He was one of those cool wide receivers that are very rare in the NFL because he was an elite receiver, and you didn't hear him complain about not getting the ball. You didn't hear him complain about having to play with Tim Tebow for a couple seasons, a season and a half.
In fact, he embraced it and scored a touchdown.
And they won a playoff game.
One of probably his most decorated play. But the shittiest thing is when something like that happens, you hear about then you hear all the off the field shit. And you know what I mean? You don't hear about that when, because I'll be honest, man, as a Broncos fan, I would get pissed. He would drop passes a lot, and just as a fan, and you're like, man, this motherfucker. And then you're like, and it's like, dude, So I wanted to make sure we get that in there.
Yeah, sure thing. Absolutely.
That sucked to have that happen for the Broncos. They came out and played their asses off yesterday for them, though. So,
they start first play of the game. They start with 10 guys on the field to commemorate a lost player. Yeah.
And that shows you how important he was because he got, he wasn't even there anymore. And, that's what they did for Sean Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, it's happened to plenty of past Buccaneers as well. I mean, we've heard this story several times. Football can, screw you up upstairs, and it's not any fault of the people it happens to, unless your name is Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's immediately where my mind went when you're hearing seizures. It's like, okay, well, is that football related? He probably played receiver, somewhat, but you never know how many concussions he had in high school, college.
Man.
Because there's probably a 3-year stretch where you could have said he's best receiver in the league.
One of the best in football. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was, dude, because of Peyton. And it's weird. It got me thinking too of some of those players that they just have a great quarterback, and you think the receiver is real good. Like Brandon Stokely. I love Brandon Stokely, but I'll be the first to tell you that with Peyton, Brandon Stokely is really good. Without him, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you get it the Broncos had a tight end, Julius Thomas. That was another one that he really shined. But then once Peyton was gone, he went to Jacksonville and didn't do shit. So we can get off that, but
So cheers to Demaryuis, great player, good player to watch. Like I said, great sportsmanship guy, good guy to have on your team. Not a diva wide receiver, which there's not a lot of those guys anymore. Like Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are those type of guys. Chris Godwin more so than Evans because Godwin
Samuel kind of reminds me of that similar
Hopkins
to Thomas. Hopkins. That build even kind of built like a running back almost.
Mm-hmm. Oh
but attitude as well. You want me to play running back? Cool.
Exactly. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
All right. So good. Try to change it to a little bit of a positive note. It was our best week of picks. From last Thursday's podcast, we were all 4-2 picking against the spread or picking totals.
Okay.
So
couldn't fucking gain any ground.
That's a combined 12-6 record. So I still didn't win any money. I broke even because my bets are I push too many teams into the same bets.
Because you get too deep into those parlays.
I do, man. I
bet every game and you'd actually make money.
I'm addicted to parlays. We've been over this. I'm addicted to parlays.
Yeah. You're addicted to losing money.
Yeah, it's fun. It's still fun losing money.
Beers and bad bets.
It's still fun.
All right, so bad bets. Monday headlines. Anybody that excited that they want to take it away first and run with a Monday headline?
I'm feeling good. I think Niners are making the playoffs. I know. Everybody's kind of split on them. I think.
I'd agree.
Go into Cincinnati, winning OT.
I jumped off the Niners bandwagon. I was back on as of last week, so I'm on board here. I'm sure Jimmy is kind of the other way, but
you look at their schedule the rest of the way too. It's like you get Atlanta, Tennessee, Houston, and the Rams. So even if you go 2-2, 9-8 probably gets you in this year in the NFC.
For a wild card.
So,
yep.
Yeah. And it was kind of crazy. I was looking up Jimmy G's thrown, I think, 8 picks this year, but in the 7 wins, he's only thrown 1 interception. And it's like, yeah, no shit. Like, don't turn the ball over. But it does, I think, kind of
schedule.
They're home Atlanta this coming week, then at Tennessee, then Houston, and then at LA for the Rams. So that's what I was saying. Even if you go 2-2,
2-2, yeah.
At 9-8, you're probably still making it.
Yep. Yeah. And
that's an easy schedule. You could say they should at least go 2-2.
Yeah, last kind of. Yeah, as their floor, their ceiling, 3-1 maybe.
So you're saying they would be the Titans?
Yeah, I don't think they do. I think the Titans
right now they could
beat them.
The Titans aren't.
They could.
What the Titans' record isn't who they are
in Tennessee
right now.
In 2 weeks, so it could be nasty weather.
Yeah.
Have they?
I would back the Niners in that game.
Have you guys heard anything on Henry?
He'll be available for the playoffs. It doesn't sound like they'll bring him back for the regular season unless they would need him to make the playoffs.
They got off to the Colts really need to make a push to kind of force that.
Yeah.
George Kittle has become his old self and maybe even and then some. He's been a monster these last 2 weeks.
The last 2 weeks,
because I forgot to.
Man, you guys are hitting on all my trivia questions. We're gonna talk Broncos running backs.
George Kittle is one of the answers.
We're gonna talk Demaryuis Thomas. We're gonna hit it all.
That's a good sign. We're on the same page late in the season.
Well, and that's kind of what my takeaway is from the week, this week is, dude, and it makes for great. It's cool. This isn't like this is kind of an obvious thing, but the parity in the league is awesome as a fucking football fan, dude. Right now we have 5 teams in the NFC that are fucking 6-7. You know what I'm saying, dude? And then 2 that are 5-8. So that's the 7 through the 13 seeds right there, dude. And all that could flip. And in the AFC, you got 6 teams that are 7-6, and then
I like it.
It's awesome, man. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And
I like the expanded
gonna
playoffs,
make it for
sure.
Great. Yeah, dude. And down the stretch, it's gonna be incredible. Dude, man, we're in for a good run here, man. It's real tough because as fantasy fans, it's like, God, these big games, if a team, if they shut down guys, because they're all going to be big games. Everyone's going to be in a big game. Miami's on a push, and they're at 6-7. They're at the tail end of this list, and it's like, dude, they
could do it. They could find a way in.
And you don't want to play Miami right now.
Have you guys heard though? All of their running backs are out with either COVID or on the IR. They brought in.
None of them are great anyway.
They brought in Gaskin's pretty good.
Gaskin's not bad.
And that Ahmad Savard,
I know who. Yeah,
he's not terrible. But it was kind of funny. They brought back Lamar Miller for a tryout today.
It seems like 6 years ago.
Full circle, right?
Like 6 years ago, Lamar Miller was a Dolphin.
Yeah, I think they said they drafted him 2012.
Yeah.
So it's like, geez.
We're fucking old now because it doesn't seem fucked up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So my Monday headline is the Chargers are winning the AFC West. It's their division now. They play the Chiefs in LA this Thursday. They're going to win that game. That'll give them 2 games they've won against the Chiefs, so they own the tiebreaker against the Chiefs. And then the Chargers' remaining games are at Texans versus Broncos, Broncos in LA. That's a toss-up. And then at Raiders, which the way the Raiders are trending, they should beat the Raiders if they need to lock up a division. So I like the Chargers' chances. It all comes down to them winning this Thursday night, which I think they can. I think a bit, a primetime Thursday night game, a short week for the Chiefs traveling to LA. The Chargers win that game. Justin Herbert outduels Mahomes, and those are your AFC West champions.
I like it.
You guys might have missed it yesterday because I know you were going to the St. Louis Blues game. Herbert made a throw yesterday that I have only seen a couple other throws this year that are equal to that. Dude,
I saw it.
He's rolling to his right. He kind of gets hit as he starts throwing it. He throws it from his own 35-yard line and ropes it 65 yards and hits the dude perfectly in stride right at the goal line, dude. It was a perfect throw, and it wasn't an easy throw to make under the circumstances.
Was fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of always been, even as a draft prospect, he was always touted elite arm talent. It was funny. Teams kind of passed on him because he's a more introvert guy. He's not a big talkative guy, but man, on the field, it's like, what the fuck were teams thinking passing on him?
Yeah. And he's found like the kind of leadership aspect too, where he brings the energy. Like he caught a 2-point conversion a week ago and just fucking spikes the ball, and he's going nuts. Everybody on the team is coming up to him, jumping on him. Like he's got
it's amazing what team success does for your confidence too.
Right.
And then if introvert, whatever can get.
But I do disagree with you that you're so high on the Chargers. I just think of those two teams, Chiefs, Chargers, Chiefs have a much better defense.
But I mean, the Chargers just need to get them on that Thursday night, and then the Chargers control their destiny against lesser teams.
The Chargers handle. I think when you're thinking it's a shootout, you're not paying attention to the Chiefs as they play now. They've ran the ball over in all this 6 straight wins now. They've ran the ball at least 25 times every game. This is not that old Chiefs team that throws it 50 times. They're much more balanced. Their defense has held teams to 9 points the last 3 games. They haven't given up more than 20 since week 7.
They have
lost to Tennessee. So it's just.
But have they played a good quarterback in that stretch where they've kind of turned it around? You know, I can't remember a real good quarterback they've played in that 5 games.
I think they're finally helping.
So they played the Giants, the Packers without A-Rod. They've played the Raiders, the Cowboys
twice. They played the Raiders twice, and then the one good win is against the Cowboys.
Yeah,
you could say that.
Yeah, they turned it on against not great teams, and also going forward, they have the Chargers, they have the Chiefs or the
Steelers. Yeah,
it's a game in Arrowhead. Chiefs.
They have the Bengals.
Yeah, the Steelers, Bengals, and then the Broncos again.
Yep.
So. Yeah, man. I don't know.
And really, the Chargers just need to get them once, and the Chargers control that division.
Yeah, the division does probably come down to this coming game.
Yep. And flashback to I think it was 2 or maybe 3 years ago. It was a Thursday night game here in Kansas City. I was at it, and Phillip Rivers led a comeback against the Kansas City Chiefs. This same time of the season with 3-4 weeks to go. Thursday night game, the Chargers win it in Arrowhead. That won the Chargers the division.
Missed the extra point
that year. They went for 2 to win the game at the end of regulation. Mike Williams got the catch.
Dude. But didn't Keenan Allen get a touchdown to make them down by 1, and then he got the 2-point conversion or whatever.
Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were just killing the Chiefs
going off that night. I had him in fantasy, Keenan Allen. I remember that shit. Yeah.
Yep. So just flashback, history does repeat itself. We always got to remember that.
And so the Chargers are good. God, I hope you're right.
Yeah. I got Chargers going 2-2. I think the rest of the season, and I think Chiefs go 3-1.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, if I'm looking at this the other way, that game against the Broncos could push.
They got them pretty good.
They could just be more physical than the Chargers. Yeah.
And that duo,
dude, we had dumb turnovers at the Broncos. We had a fumble off the fucking punt. Remember that shit, dude? And, dude, we did that last year. If we actually play them, and if there's snow, that's on the 9th in January. So, yeah, man, I don't know. We could catch them. It's going to be interesting.
I agree. Really, I think that Broncos running back duo is clicking right now.
Yeah, I know, man.
They both are on fire.
Yeah. They're both, eating, dude.
Yep.
Really, I think they had four touchdowns, almost 200 yards between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't get to watch the whole.
Yeah.
But it was worth it, definitely.
Yeah. Talk about that Blues game. You guys missed a little bit of the afternoon NFL games because you were at the St. Louis Blues games.
I got to hang
tell
out
me a little
Darren
bit
Pang.
about it. Yeah.
I got to hang with
everybody
Darren
from
Pang,
St. Louis knows that name.
I should have got a picture with him.
Holy
I didn't. I'm
jumping.
an idiot. Holy jumping, the bald guy, if you don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
And dude, he was just walking around, but there was only 4, there was probably 15 tables spread, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty small area.
Cocktail tall tables with 4 chairs. So you're all just where you can eat buffet, all you can drink, dude. The works, man. And Panger's just walking around, dude. Like just walking. Hey, how are you? Holy jumping, dude. And on the PlayStation, I play fucking with his son on that golf game.
I have a time or two as well.
Yeah, man.
He's a cool kid too.
Yeah, he is. So I brought him up, and like there were some other guys there. One guy asked what NHL player I thought he looked like. I told him he looked like Mike Ricci, and because this guy played in the league for like 20
Did he
years.
laugh?
Yeah, they were cracking up, dude. They were loving it, but he looked nothing like it. He was like, he wasn't a bad look. Like, it was.
You were just coming up with the ugliest guy you could think of.
And like I didn't know if they would, and they started dying, dude. Like one dude had played in the league for like 13 years, and the guy I was talking to had played in the league for like 10 or whatever. I don't even know how I wanted. Brett, how did I even end up talking?
When the beers start flowing, sometimes you never know. You got
where we were set up at, and usually there's not like glass, so you can actually fist bump, or high five the players. So we're kind of sitting like in this secluded little bar area, and then like kind of back here is the locker room. So like literally where we're standing, you can see the locker room doors open, and you hear like the sound system just bumping, from inside.
On, and they come walking right out.
Like right across from us is where they do the interviews between each period and post game, and then you can kind of look and you can literally see onto the ice from there. So like I have a photo, and maybe we'll post some videos or whatever, but you can see like the whole pyramid of pucks.
Before they came and knocked them out. Onto the ice,
So
that's pretty cool.
Walking past them. I mean, we're walking in, and Ryan O'Reilly's just jogging laps around the stadium.
Yeah, dude. And he ran by, and like Brad was ahead of me, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude. Because it was, and he's like, not a big guy.
I mean, honestly,
he wasn't that big.
What are we? 5'9", 5'10", you and I?
Yeah,
and
I saw his face, and I was like,
he's maybe 6 feet tall. I mean, maybe.
That's what I told him.
I'm sure I could beat his ass.
But then you see him get on skates, and it's like, holy shit, he's
a
whole different animal.
All of them, dude. It was crazy, man.
But we were able to go the area on the ice. We were able to get up to the glass, and it was actually it's an area set aside for players, wives, family, parents, kids, whatever. Man. So like, we're sitting among, like, they're watching their kids, and we're just laughing our asses off.
We're high.
Recording shit, just slamming Budweisers. But
dude,
that sounds like a good time. I haven't been to a Blues game in way too long.
That was my first in 3 years, man. So
it was like since they won the Stanley Cup, I have not been in that arena. Which is
either. So
that just shows how much of a Blues fan I actually am, because I'm, you guys know.
You're in Kansas City, dude.
It is a little bit tough for me.
I'm here. It's 20 minutes away, but with COVID last year, I mean,
well, now we've been spoiled too. It's like, fuck, going to the nosebleeds, like,
coolest thing I've ever done. Like, dude, I've gone to 1,000 Blues games probably in my life, a million, whatever. Like
that was the best environment as far as where you were in the
walking
arena.
In, man, like
it felt like a VIP, like backstage pass.
We had like those, like we didn't have a ticket. We had the thing like a lanyard. You know what I'm saying?
Field pass.
Right.
Ice pass.
And like the dudes come up to us, the people that like tell you where you're sitting or whatever, and they're like, you're the only thing we'll have to do is if their families come, we're gonna have to move you guys away.
Because
not all of them end up showing up.
Well,
the space
nobody
they save for.
He said it was the least they've ever seen. So
and because it was Sunday,
which works out for the guys like you that
exactly.
Oh hell yeah,
filled the rest.
We were
of the
just
space.
looking right at them, dude. They were coming up and giving kids pucks over the net, over the glass, and all that shit. We're right there, man. We'll put some videos in a short or whatever.
We'll throw a couple up.
We gotta edit them up because man, it was incredible, dude. And like literally hanging out with Darren Pang, like having a beer with him. Like he wasn't drinking a beer, but he's in his fucking full tuxedo or whatever.
His get up.
Dude. And he's doing
all 4 of them.
He had the little microphone, dude. It was fucking cool, man. It was really cool. They lost in overtime, unfortunately, but
still got a point though.
Oh well, it's about the memory of all that other shit. I mean, who cares how the regular
season? We didn't even go out for the third period, I don't think. And it's a shame, Brad, because the group we were around was a really solid group of like people to be at a Blues game.
Well, I noticed the people in front of us were laughing their asses off.
They were dying at our
shit. We weren't even talking to anybody, just our dumb shit.
We were just saying each other, and like you could tell they're like looking up like these fucking guys, man. And it was a group of like
where are they coming from? Because we but
we would just dip out, go back to the fucking all you can eat, and then be back at the end, man. And Oh man, they said, and it was funny when we first walked in. They go, "Yeah, usually Panger will probably be here. We already saw him tonight, and Gretzky's here a lot too." We're like, "What?"
That would have been pretty cool to see Gretzky.
He said Kelly Chase, but then said Gretzky, and I was like, "Whoa, dude! Like, there's a little of a difference there. Like, my dad knows Kelly Chase.
You can't throw those two as like comparable names.
But I was like, he's gonna come in there, and he's like, he'll come with his kids or whatever, like his family, hang out, whatever.
It was cool. We were actually standing next to Jeff Brown, who was.
I remember the name.
He played defense. What? One of our best.
Whoa! He was there.
Yeah, he was standing right next to us when we were taking videos. I figured you knew him or like noticed him. Before the game, warm-ups.
I got a poster of that dude.
Yeah,
in my basement, signed to Andy.
It's kind of a cool thing because he played for the Blues, and then his son grew up here. And he was part of that draft class where there was like the 5 guys from St. Louis that won in the first round.
I really wish you would have said
he was
something.
the coach of that team, Jeff Brown. And now his son has made his way back to St. Louis and has kind of reemerged as a prospect.
I wish you would have said something, dude. I'm not kidding. I got a few autographed things. Like he lived, my dad owned a Texaco in Clayton for a little while, and he lived right by it and would come through all the time. So we have a poster and like 2 sticks that are signed like to me and to my dad and shit. But I didn't know that, man. I wish you would have said something. That's really cool.
And like the button down. Yeah, it was.
Because, dude, it was nuts, man. There was a ton of fame. I mean, dude, it was like we were where like you go if you have the VIP access, man. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but they said we were parking where Berube in the GM park and shit. So it was fun, man.
Very cool. All right, let's squeeze in one more football thing because Brad, I know this is something you wanted to talk about. It. Tom Brady's the MVP right now, and it's really hard to argue anybody else. The Bucs are 10-3. He's thrown for 4,100 yards, 36 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 2 more touchdowns and has rushed for 13 first downs this year. If you compare that to who you're going to bring up here in a minute, Kyler Murray has rushed for 15 first downs this season. He has ran for 2 more first downs than Tom Brady. So if you're going to run the argument
in 4 less games,
Kyler has, that's part of it too, though. You missed 4 games. That hurts your case for the most valuable player award. It really should. That's a quarter of the season right there. You know, it's really not a debate, man. Like Kyler Murray has thrown for half the touchdowns, rushed for a couple more touchdowns, and rushed for 2 more first downs than Tom Brady. And the Cardinals have had success when he's been absent.
Tom Brady's hitting all these records, this and that. People aren't focusing on the fact, tons of red zone passes, tons of weapons, probably one of the shittiest rushing attacks in the league. He's thrown 50 more passes than any other quarterback. His 10 picks are more than Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, Stafford, Goff, Jimmy G, Big Ben, Kyler, Baker, Carson Wentz, Cousins, Russ, A-Rod. There's more names, but I just put the big ones in there. He's not, his yards per attempt is over 1.5 yards lower than Kyler's. Kyler's throwing it down the field. Tom's dinking and dunking and letting Godwin and his athletes play for him. With Kyler out, the Cardinals went 2-2. With Kyler in the lineup, they've scored 30 points every game except 2.
It's really just not close when you look at the numbers next to each other.
When I think most valuable player, I think I think you could plug an average quarterback into that Tampa Bay juggernaut, and they'd be fine.
But look at what Colt McCoy did. Colt McCoy came in and won 2 out of 3 games.
Jimmy, 2-2.
And Blaine Gabbert starting, you can't count on going 2-1 with Blaine Gabbert in there.
Your most hated guy. You put Baker Mayfield on that Bucs offense.
No,
they're still fine. They are
not. No, they are not. Not with how their defense has not done their share this year.
I mean, there's a lot of. I think
Kirk Cousins is a little bit of a better argument.
I think any quarterback could thrive in that situation. Yeah. You know, your O-line's good. Your defense is strong.
Our defense has not been strong though this year. The offense has needed to do so much more because our defense has been banged up, and Tom has held the fort down. He's had a couple bad games, but when you look at these numbers, he's got better numbers than Rodgers. He's got way better numbers than Kyler, and those are really the only 2 people left up in the same class because Josh Allen has had too many bad games to really put him in this class. Lamar Jackson, it's went south, and
he's played himself out of it.
Completely ended with the injury. I mean, it ended before then, really, with Lamar throwing 4 picks a couple weeks ago against Cleveland. But when you look at the numbers next to each other, like Brady's the guy, and you could honestly, I would say Rodgers has a better chance than Murray. But that whole way Rodgers handled COVID, we know the most valuable player award is also a narrative award where the story of the season goes into this. And that's going to take votes away from Aaron Rodgers. I don't care if it's right or wrong. It's the truth, No,
you're right. I'll steal a line from the Pat McAfee show. When he had Rodgers on for his Tuesday after all that shit went down, he's like, yeah, so how's it feel to know you're never going to win an MVP award again? And even Rodgers just started laughing.
He probably doesn't care.
Off. Yeah. He's like, well,
he shouldn't. He shouldn't
care.
What
it's going to cost me, whatever.
Yeah. But I just think it is kind of getting cut and clear. If the Bucks, especially if the Bucks win out, grab that 1 seed, which we'll try to talk about a little bit later, it's really not a close debate. Like, he kind of has it. He's kind of in a league of his own when you look at the numbers.
Well, the betting would kind of show that too. I mean, didn't he jump from like plus 100? And then I saw the most recent one. Now he's like minus 175.
Yeah, he is the clear favorite. Yeah, so Vegas does agree.
The only reason I'm pushing Kyler is because I think, you can kind of embrace he's just more valuable to that team, but they also have a lot of weapons too.
Yeah, I just think missing the 4 games hurts quite a bit.
Yeah,
I agree. Because he'll finish playing 12, 13.
Yeah. And, you guys have both heard me say it. The MVP isn't such an important award to me. I just think it's kind of a bullshit award. It's like a quarterback's only club for the most part.
It's become that way. So, unfortunately.
I mean, Derrick Henry would have had a shot, but he got hurt.
I don't know how Taylor's not in that conversation.
But Derrick Henry,
and he's not. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Derrick Henry was on pace for a better year last year, or this year he was not on pace to have as good of a year as he had last season. And last year he got 0 MVP votes. Wow. So what the fuck does that tell you,
man? I like Rodgers. Rodgers, we're about out of time, but I'll say Rodgers would be my pick. I think Rodgers has a legit shot just because, and you guys might be right with the writers and they might whatever, all that shit. But just the numbers. I know he's behind Brady by 9 in touchdown passes, but he does have 1 more rushing touchdown. And again, dude, it's like he hasn't missed time like Kyler did. And if you take him off that team, I think that the Bucks still would be a little bit better if he took Brady away than if the Packers didn't have Rodgers.
That's a